What is upper in the world of YouTube? I've been back here hanging out with my peeps over here in Instagram. I got Jay Jordan and Warmstrong Adventures over here. So, yes, thank you guys for coming. Happy Monday. Today we're going to be talking to Miss Shaunie Sanders. She is a podcaster and her name of her podcast is called Girl Take Note. Okay. Warmstrong said they're coming over here to YouTube land. Yeah, so the name of the podcast is called Girl Take Note. She is offering a special right now where she is, I'll let her tell you more about it, about her podcast. And she also does thumbnails and customization and things like that for people who are struggling with making thumbnails. I used to be one of those people back in the day. So I told her I would come on live at 9:15. I'm a little bit early, okay? First time of the year. So I'm going to go ahead and say hi to everybody while I wait for her to come in. What's up, Jay Jordan? He's over here as well. Passionately Intrigued Arts. Miss Cece, how you doing? So I found Miss Shaunie through Jack Sam's. If you remember, she came over. She is the owner and CEO of Miss Wit. And so, yeah, she introduced me to her. I know Miss Teresa, she was over here a while ago also, and she introduced me to some people. So we're going to be moving and grooving here with all these special guests. Yeah, I know. Jordan said he's happy to see me early. Don't expect it every day. I was just over here telling Warmstrong Adventures, like the goal is to have a squad. Like I would love to have a squad where somebody's down here setting up while I'm upstairs getting ready, getting my coffee together, somebody to edit. Y'all know I want an assistant. What's up, Jigs? Good morning, she said. Picture me crafting. Oh, man. Anybody, y'all done with y'all's Christmas? I haven't even started. Well, I did kind of start. I did start a little bit. I got some stuff this weekend. And, yeah, I want to do that. So, anywho, let's get to it. So, we're talking today with Miss Shaunie Sanders. She is a podcaster. She also has YouTube and she has Facebook, where she goes live on Facebook all the time. I've seen her there all the time. She has her podcast where she does something similar to what I do in a podcast form. She interviews and talks to people in the community, like breast cancer awareness. So she'll talk to nurses and things like that. Or if one day she might be going the technical route, so she'll talk to like some kind of technical a computer specialist and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'll let her explain it more. Thank you for the 7 people already over here. I'm not used to being early. Hey, good morning, Kenneth. How you doing? Let me see. Okay. I want to, hey. So, yeah, she is here now. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and welcome in. Hey, Shaunie, how you doing? Welcome in. Looking all fabulous over there, too. Miss Shaunie Sanders of Girl Take Note podcast.
Yes.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. So happy to be on here. Excited to have this conversation.
I just want to take note. I'm a girl taking
Let's do
note.
it. Take note. Where the pads at? Let's do it.
It's early in the morning. You full face. The hair is complete. I'm like, hey.
Listen, I got shoot. I've been up since 5:30, working out. So I do a morning miracle routine, and I encourage everyone to have a morning routine. So I've been up since 5:30, worked out, had breakfast, plan content, schedule interviews. So I've been working, and I got this full face because I got to shoot content right after this.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations on the shoe content.
Yes.
So
Go ahead. What did you say?
Oh no, I was just saying, if you don't mind, go ahead and let everybody know about yourself and all the multi hats that you wear.
Yeah, so I am Shaunie Sanders, host of the Girl Take No podcast. I'm also an entrepreneur. My podcast is all about ambitious women who are looking to take that leap into entrepreneurship, meaning like they work full time, they have side hustles, but they're looking to take that leap. And so the Girl Take No podcast truly inspires them through conversations with other successful entrepreneurs, predominantly women, but other successful entrepreneurs. And it's all through storytelling because I'm a firm believer that we resonate with other people through their stories and we see ourselves in other people's stories.
Mm.
And so everyone that I've interviewed on the podcast has truly inspired me in some way. And I feel like every conversation that we've had on the podcast has inspired my audience. So we get over like maybe 10,000 downloads a month. And so it's doing really well. And so I'm really grateful for the conversations, for the people that come on, and just that inspiration that they give to let us know that what you're going through at this moment, if you're someone who's looking to get into entrepreneurship and what you're going through and the challenges you're facing, you're not alone. You're not alone, and you can overcome them to get to the other side of success. So
Mm,
that's who I am. That's Shaunie Sanders.
that is awesome. So when you send me the information that all the things that you do, you also help people with templates and like Canva and stuff. You want to?
Yes. So because I used to have a business called DIY for social media. I still have that business actually. And so I used to teach people how to use social media to build their brand. And when I got into podcasting, I realized when it comes to a lot of podcasters, we don't necessarily pay attention to building our brands on social media. We're really so focused on the episodes, the guests, that we're really not taking the time to say, hey, I need to see how I can build this brand, create visuals that'll really get people excited about my episodes and get them downloads and get them to click and share. And so I decided to create templates, social media design templates for podcasters and other content creators and influencers also who have podcasts. And they're able to use these templates. They're easy to use. They're in Canva. You just download them. It's the free version. You just change out your colors. You change out the pictures and everything can match your own brand. And it's all available on my Etsy store where I sell those templates. And it's been doing well also because a lot of people who are in the podcasting industry are like, oh my God, I'm so grateful for this. Because like I said, the creative part is not where a lot of people are good at. Everybody's good at just the interviewing part and the getting the shows out. So they're not concerned with that. And so I try to make it easier for them by creating these templates and allow them to just check off one thing on their list that they don't have to worry about.
Right. I talk to the people here a lot, and
Yeah,
I'm like, everybody's not, it's a lot of work to being a social media person.
it is.
Everybody's not, you're not going to be good at everything. It helps to have like that little extra assistance.
It does, because you're right. A lot of people feel like, and even a lot of podcasters, a lot of them didn't even do social media for a while. They really just focus mainly on the episodes. And so you'll see some podcasters who are really big with downloads, but still have a small social presence simply because they've just been focusing more on promoting the show and downloads, not necessarily building an audience on social media that can help them further their podcast or either help them sell their digital products and stuff like that. And so I said, let me try to create a solution for that pain point for them, because like I said, it's hard even for me as a content creator and podcaster. It's a lot of work. And so I create all my creatives myself. And I do, it's a lot of work to shoot, to record, to book. And so that's why you virtual assistants and tools and resources to help me manage everything, because it can be a lot. But if you got the right systems and tools in place, it really does help.
See, I was going to ask you about that. I was like, because you have the podcast, you have YouTube, you be on Facebook all the time live.
Yes.
How, and you're a mom, right?
Yeah.
Okay, a mom, a wife. How do you, I guess the virtual assistant is very, very well.
You know what? It's so funny we talk about this because a lot of times on the show, I ask people the same question you're asking me. How do you do it all? How do you balance? And a lot of times you realize there's no such thing as balance, right? It's like what the main thing that works is systems and integration of tools. And so I utilize a lot of tools, and on my YouTube channel, I've been creating videos to help other people use these free tools that I use that really help me manage my business easily. And I'm a real organized person. So I'm like, I have to have some type of organization. I have to do, I'm a full-time entrepreneur and podcaster. And so I do time blocks as if I'm getting up and going to work at somebody else's job. I do the same thing for myself. I put myself on a schedule. I block out time for when I'm kind of creating content, when I'm doing interviews within a certain time. I If I don't do that, I would feel absolutely crazy. It would drive me crazy. And you drop the ball everywhere. It's too many things. People want to have breakfast. You got to fix lunch. You know what I mean? You got to pick up kids from school. You got to clean the house. You got all this stuff you got to do. And it's like, if you got to have real good systems and tools in place that can help you at least manage the business part while you take care of the life part.
See, I was just talking to somebody on Friday, and she was telling me she does the same thing because she has multiple hats that she wears, and she was like, I got to, put my times. She even puts her lunch.
Yes, I do. I put my lunch down at 12 o'clock. I'm going to eat lunch at 12. And you really have to do that because, like you said, you have so much going on in your life, and life be lifing and things happen that if you don't schedule things for the work that you need to do, it's really hard to get it done. And then you become overwhelmed. And nobody wants to feel that overwhelmed feeling. And then you get anxiety because you're like, oh my God, I have all this stuff I wanted to do and I didn't do it. And then you beat yourself up about it because you feel like you failed at it or you just didn't accomplish it. And that's why I tell people this: you can take your task list, you can check things off. I have this thing called the 2-minute rule I've been talking about, where if things on your list and it takes you 2 minutes to do, then just do those and get those off your list. Do whatever it takes you the less time to do quickly. So therefore you have more time to focus on the things that take a lot more time. And so I'm all about it. I'll share resources. I'll share resources and tools with you too that I use that have a lot of free version that people don't have to pay for, that can really help them manage at least their business and that part of it. When it comes to the life part, it's like, come on now, we got to figure that out. We got to get Instacart to come bring them groceries. Okay. We got to find some kind of ways.
Cause my plate is full.
Yes.
I'm full. Believe it or not, I am full. And I get a lot of offers and stuff like that. I'm just right now I'm just trying to work. I'm gonna ask you too, how did you know, how did you find podcasting? But right now I'm comfortable with YouTube. I'm trying to get it to grow, so I don't want to overflow it. I'm just now getting into Facebook.
Yeah.
So how did you know podcasting was your calling? How long have you been doing it?
So my history go way back. I've been in radio for a long time. I used to be on Sirius Satellite Radio, and I was on Shade 45. I used to do entertainment and sports news. And so I started out in radio. I used to do, back in the day, I'm about to age myself, I used to do Blog Talk Radio back in the day too. I started my own show on Blog Talk Radio. So I've been in radio for a very long time. My career transitioned to marketing. Then I've been in tech for a long time. I've been working on brands from major corporations for years, working in product development. But what brought me back to podcasting, and the reason why I love podcasting, number one, is because when I work with Sirius, I love the fact that you can pre-record things. So when you pre-record things, it doesn't necessarily have to take up all your time, because you can batch record shows and have them run. You could do 30 days. You could do 30 shows and just have them run. And that's exactly how I do. I have so many shows that just run where I'm not doing interviews every day. And so it was easy for me to transition to podcasts because it allowed me the time to pre-record shows, to schedule things better. And a lot of people are in this business. Podcasting is so good. And I think it'll be so easy for you to transition, Miss T, because I do a video podcast as well. Mm-hmm. So it's a video podcast. Everything goes to YouTube. Everything goes to the streaming platforms. All you have to do now is take what you do here, upload it to a hosting platform like Anchor, and Anchor would then extract your audio and push it out to all the streaming platforms. You don't have to do anything different. You can take your live episodes, because they're all saved, upload those to Anchor, and they will extract the audio and send those out. They'll do your video part, the video portion, and also the audio portion. It's so simple now.
You know how you said earlier how you just learn so much from your guests when they come? See,
yes.
I'm learning as well.
That's the beauty of interviewing people. It's you learn so much. I learned so many different processes and resources and tools and all this stuff from so many people that I've interviewed in conferences that I watch virtually or in person. You learn so much because it's all about trying to manage your time better, so you can do the things that you love. So your plate doesn't have to feel so full, and you don't have to feel so overwhelmed.
Right. Thank you. I'm going to check out Anchor as well.
Yeah.
So how many platforms do you have right now? I know the Facebook and the Instagram.
I have all of them. I have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. LinkedIn is also another great platform to use, and I have YouTube. And I haven't been heavily on Threads, but I have Threads as well. So I have all my platforms. I use one app, one application that allows me to create all my content on one platform, and then it pushes it out to all those platforms where I don't have to post individually.
Okay.
And so it makes my life so much easier. When you're able to have a planning type of app or a planning system where you can go into Planolly, or another really great one is Plannable, which I started using. And you're able to upload all your content in one place, see what it looks like on each of your platforms, schedule it out, and it just kind of rolls out. Because that's where a lot of us got to get to. A lot of us got to get to a place where we're not planning content that day. We're planning content ahead, because that's what sets you up for success. That's what helps you win. And when you're able to plan it out and just have it run automatically.
Girl, I'm telling you, I'm over here. Look, I'm taking notes.
Yes. That's what I tell people. Make sure you take notes, because your girl is here to give you everything you need to know. I like sharing what I learned. So whatever I learned, I like to share with people, because I feel like when I was doing it, there wasn't a lot of people sharing. People try to keep stuff to themselves. And I feel like, no, we need to share a lot of things and let people know how we grow on our platforms, how we run our platforms, how we run our businesses, because that's that's the thing that people really want to know. It's like, hey, I'm in a certain point now where I'm just getting started on social media. I need to know what to do. But a lot of people don't tell you the steps that they take. They don't tell you that, hey, when I first went on live, nobody showed up.
Okay,
You know what I mean? Like, you know about that.
right, I do. We have questions up in here. Let me see. So Bayou Sugar said, what are the apps that you use, or the app that you use for I guess for streaming?
Which app?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, just tell her which app you want to know what we use for.
I think she's referring to the one that you said that you
I plan my content.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Plannable, so it's Planable, and then you also have Planolly, which is Planoly. Plannable, I believe, gives you a lot more, so I started using that one.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And it's a really good one to use. I use Asana when it comes to my podcast. It really does help me keep track of my guests, because I get a lot of requests daily, and so I have to go through those and figure out who fits the show. And so Asana helps me stay organized with all their bios, images, social media images, everything that I need for all my guests. So it's a really good tool for organization.
That's what's up. Hey, Blue Lotus Customs, how you doing?
Yeah. Hey, everybody.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm over here on Instagram as well.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, everybody.
I am feeling better. We have 24 people over here on YouTube. Let me see. Everybody speaking and saying hello. If anybody has any type of question, she is here and available.
Yeah, I'm here to answer any questions that they may have, and if they're looking to get inspired on their entrepreneur journey, that's what the Girl Take Note podcast is about, because I feel like a lot of times people who want to go into entrepreneurship or want to do what we are doing, people are so fearful of taking that step. So a lot of people don't take different steps based off fear. And so I like to tell people, you take your step with the fear. Fear is always going to be there, but you take the step anyway. And every step you take, it helps you build your confidence in the next step and then the next step. And so I would encourage everyone who's watching, if there's something you're passionate about, something you want to do, make sure you do it. Don't be fearful. There's never going to be the right time to do it. Never going to be the right time. It's never going to be the right time. A lot of us try to wait until it's the right time to do something. It's never going to happen. It's never going to be the right time. Things are always going to happen. You're always going to feel like, oh, I got to wait for this. It's not true. You just have to do it. That's what it is. You just got to do it. You got to put yourself out there and you got to do it. So I encourage people to just take those steps in fear regardless.
Yes, I agree. I try to tell people that all the time. It's like, especially like I sometimes try it once a week, every twice a week. I speak to just the content creators here, and we just kind of like meet and greet and just talk. And I'm like,
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of times, a lot of people are scared to go live, and I'm like, because live streaming helps you get monetized for the watch time hours. People come in.
It does.
I was like, you just got to go out. You just have to do it.
You do. And I think the reason why people are afraid to go live is that, one, people are afraid to fumble. A lot of people are fearful of public speaking. Let's just that's number one. A lot of people are afraid to speak publicly, but also I think it's because when you go live, like I said, the first time you go live, you're like, okay, nobody's here. Who am I talking to? Mm-hmm. But People don't understand. That's the part where I say people don't like to share when it comes to building. When it comes to building your audience, building your audience is such a key piece of social media. It's such a key piece of launching any product that you want to sell, any service you want to do. Building your audience is the first step to actually achieving that, because you have to have an audience to sell to. So when you come on live, there's nobody there when you first do it, because it's your first time. You haven't been on live, you haven't been building. But once you do it, you get so comfortable with it and it becomes natural for you.
Right.
But some people are so fearful of it. But I'm like, I tell people the same thing you do, Miss T. I tell them, listen, you need to go live. Just go live. You have such a great business. You have this, you're doing over here, you're baking cookies, you're doing this over here. You have such a great business that people want to know and see, but they're so afraid to put themselves out there. They really are. And it's so crazy how we lead with fear versus confidence.
See, I try to tell people, we do have a question also, but I do try to
Okay.
tell people, when you start your YouTube channel, you start off with nothing. You have to build. It's
Yeah.
just like the live stream. You have to start from the bottom. Now we're here.
You have to. I mean, that's the only way you can. You have to produce videos. You can go live, but you have to do something in order to see it grow. That's just the way it is. You can't water something. You can't leave a plant something in the ground and don't water it, think it's just going to grow by itself. You got to water it.
Hey, you speaking our language.
Yes. I saw the videos.
Do
you know about growth.
Okay. Do you find that not uploading directly from each platform and using a service, it hurts the outreach?
No, I don't. I feel like when you use a service, it gives you a better reach, because uploaded to each platform individually really does kind of like become tedious work. You know what I mean? It can become tedious work and it can become overwhelming. So you got to think about social media, whatever you're doing, about time saving. You have to think about, okay, I want to do something that's going to help me do the easiest thing that I can do quickly. And so pushing out to all these different platforms, that's what these apps are for. They integrate with all these social media platforms. And so they understand, algorithm understands who they are. They know who they are, and they're pushing out this content. So that's why, those platforms make sure that they integrate with those apps, because it does help you, but it helps you in the planning process. So you don't feel overwhelmed with trying to upload to every platform individually. That's too time consuming. I can't do it.
It is time consuming. That's
It's
where
time
I'm
consuming.
at now.
Mm-hmm.
So I know a couple people out in the chat said they already started downloading Planable and Planolly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be on that same boat here in just a second.
Yeah, I mean, when you use it, it's really going to help you become so much more organized. And then I discovered this new app over the weekend called Vocable, and it's a planning process for if you're a business owner and you want to launch a marketing campaign for whatever business you may have. It's digital templates, it could be a product, it could be a service. This AI-based platform helps you create marketing briefs, and then it turns those briefs into email, blog posts, YouTube scripts, social media posts, Instagram, Twitter posts. It is absolutely the most amazing thing I've found so far. And I was just like blown away of how much content it creates for you without you having to do it yourself. Mm-hmm. And that is Vocable. And it's a really good platform. I advise people to just kind of play around with it. You can use ChatGPT to kind of give you like an overview. Say, hey, I want to start a marketing campaign for my digital templates for a podcast. This is what I do for my digital template for podcasters, which are available only on Etsy. The target audience, of course, is podcasters, influencers, content creators. And so make sure you give me key messages and overview of what I need, and ChatGPT will write it. Take that, plug it into the Vocable, and off you go. You tell it what you want, what kind of content you want, and it just creates it automatically.
Okay.
I'm telling you, there's so many things out there that we can use to help us with creating the content where we don't have to write it ourselves, because who got time for that, right? I know pushing out the content, because I'm not posting to every platform. That's too much. I got too many interviews to do to be tied up with social media all the time, So you have to be able to use these tools.
See, I guess because me and you both, we interview people.
Yes.
And so that's time consuming. Like
it is
back and forth and preparing the questions, and it's behind the scenes work when you have like guests on and things like that. So CC's Texas Guard said earlier up here, connecting to your audience by going live definitely helps out a lot. And I'm 100% 25% agreements with that. Uh,
Yeah.
and Dale said, I've been told that uploading directly from each platform helps the reach. You don't find that. I have multiple platforms and it's so hard to work each one. I'm individually. It is. It is a
It
lot.
is. It's too hard to work each platform individually. That's why it's best that you use a tool that can push them out for you. And then if a tool, and also if that tool can give you data. And so this is another thing I want to talk to people about because and I'm pretty sure you know about this, Ms. T. A lot of people don't understand that when you're a business and you're trying to grow on social media and you're pushing out content, your insights, your data that you get is truly what drives the type of content you're supposed to be creating. And I know people here, a lot of people talk about this, oh, data, insight, look at the data. And so because I'm a product-based person and because I worked in tech, a lot of our data determine how we serve customers certain products. And so with social media, if you look at your social media and you put a post out, you can directly see the insights on that post. If that post is not performing like it needs to be, and if it's been on your page for, let's say, 3 days, then that's when you start to realize, okay, you know what? This is probably not the type of content that's resonating with my audience. I need to try something different. So I'm really big on like pushing stuff out, testing, learning, and I really try to advocate for other content creators and other people who want to grow on social media, business owner, to pay attention to your insights because they will truly tell you what your audience want. It really does tell you that.
See, I struggle. The only thing is like, okay, I'm on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I have like I have LinkedIn also.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes like all my stuff doesn't. Let me see. How do I put this? Like the stuff might blow up on YouTube and
Yeah.
Instagram, but on TikTok,
Yeah.
I'm just so done with TikTok. I'm just like, it's a whole nother world over there. I'm just like, you know what?
And you know what? And that's what I mean by learning. You look at what your content do on each platform because each platform is different. The
Mm-hmm.
audience is different. How you serve content to them is different. You know, so some perform better than others, and that's what you pay. And that's what I mean by you pay attention to what performs best on which platform.
Okay.
That's how it helps you grow on that platform. If you're looking at something is like, you know, TikTok ain't really working with this. I blew up on TikTok based off video that wasn't even mine, right? It was just a reshare that I did of AJ Johnson speaking this a motivational video because I'm always trying to be inspired. And I was like, I got to share this with everybody else because it's really inspiring to me. And it blew up my TikTok page. And ever since then, I've been trying to replicate that because I'm like, do they not want the content from me? Is that what it is?
Okay.
But it's being able to just study the content and the patterns to see what works.
Okay. So I've been told to like try to venture out, like do some more do some behind the scenes stuff. Because people are like, what all do you?
Yeah, people like the whole BTS stuff. People like to see how things are done.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people really, that kind of content really does resonate with people. And then it's like figuring out what works best for you. And once you figure out what works on that platform, you're going to stick to that formula and continue to serve them that type of content because that's what's working. But in order to figure that out, you have to test a lot of content. You have to put stuff out there and see what they like and really try to figure that piece out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm doing now on TikTok, trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I know.
And
Everybody's trying to figure it out on TikTok because it's not just about dancing. You don't have to dance on TikTok to grow. You don't even have to show your own face. A lot of people have accounts that have really exploded based off just faceless, what they call faceless videos, where it's just footage of stuff running and someone's talking over it. So it's like, it just all depends on what people want.
I love you, girl. You got everybody out here taking notes. Intel said, can you spell that again? The one that you found this week?
Vocable is Vocable.
Okay.
And it really does help you develop a process, especially for you, Ms. T, help you develop a process, help you plan, help you create, and then help you deliver. You know what I mean? And that's what it really does. It gives you a complete overview of like, okay, here's the campaign I want to push out. Here's what I want to talk about. And here are all of the things I want you to create for all these different platforms. And it created it all for you. And all you got to do is take it and put it over there. Use Canva to create some images or go ahead and get the, my images I got already. And that's all you got to do. It's really simple. So I'm all about if I can alleviate different steps, different pain points in the planning process, then I'm always here to share whatever I use.
I just want to give a shout out to Passionately Intrigued Art. She's been in the comments. I know, like, we're talking, interacting. And it's
Yeah.
taking me a while to get to the comments. She just like, bam, vocable. She's like, I got you, Aunt Dale. I got you.
Good. Yeah. Make sure you put them in there, pin them and everything so people can get to them.
Work in one place. Okay. Aunt Dale has another question. Do you find that consistency is extremely important?
Yeah. Consistency is so important. So, I was in this conference over the weekend and they kind of like really talked about content. It's all about social media content from huge content creators making billions of dollars now from social media. Mm-hmm. And consistency is key, but it's all about, you have to pay attention to the type of content you're pushing out. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to consistently push out content that's not performing, because what you did, and I just learned this and it just blew my mind. What you do is you tell the algorithm that my content is not the type of content that you want to push out. So if you consistently push out content and getting low views, you're now training the algorithm that my content does not get views. So it's only going to get a certain amount. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that we can train the algorithm to suppress us, basically, and train it to blow us up, of course. But I didn't know that we can train it to say, hey, this is only the amount of views we're going to get because nobody wants to see this content.
Okay, hold on, rewind.
Yeah.
Okay, I just say that whole paragraph again, please.
So what we do with the algorithm is that if you're pushing our content and all your content is consistently getting low views, you're not getting views at all. Let's say you get no more than maybe 50 or 100 views, right?
Okay.
You have now, and you consistently push out that same type of content, nothing different, just that same type of content. It's still capping at 100 views, 100, maybe 200. You have now trained the algorithm to say, hey, this is the type of content people don't want to see. And so every time I push it out, it's only going to get that amount of views. And trust me, I know, because I've been dealing with that. And I kept saying, why is my, and you could be using trending music. You can use the trending hashtags. You can go and do all the stuff that everybody's telling you, do everything that's trending. But still you notice that, okay, but it's not performing. Why is it not performing? Because I've been pushing out that type of content and I've already trained the algorithm that my content does not perform. So they don't push it out. The reach doesn't go far. It only goes to a very small set. And that's what I mean. Like, if you pay attention to your data, you look at your insights, it'll tell you how far your reach is on each post. And if you see that the reach is really small, and that's because the algorithm is not pushing out your content. So now you have to go back to the drawing board and you have to try to develop new content that's not trendy, but just something that's more of a format that works for you. That's key. And I'm regurgitating all this because I learned all this over the weekend, and I was like, I got to share this because all this has blown my mind. Right. And I'm like, everything I learned, I want to share with people because a lot of us don't know this. And I'm just like, oh my God.
Okay. Boom.
Exactly. And then it makes you think like, okay, yeah, that's why I'm only getting small amount of views on this content, because it's not being pushed out. For some reason, it's not being pushed out. And it's not, for some reason, it's the content. That's what it is.
Everyday life for OCD is chick. How you doing? Paying attention to what is getting higher views can help when creating content moving forward.
Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Looking at what's getting, and also looking at what's getting high views in whatever genre you're in. Like, I'm in podcasting, so I'll look at major podcasters and look at their views and say, well, how are they getting really good views? And not even major ones, because the major ones are automatically going to get good views based off the fact that they're the big podcasters. They're big getting good views. But I look at people who have started and who have grown and say to myself, okay, why are their content getting such great views and mine isn't? And so I look at what they're doing differently. And I try different styles to see what works for me.
I'm like cracking up because like your name of the podcast is Girl Take Note. Everybody's like, what? Let me write this down. What? How you spell that again? Wait a minute.
That's right. Okay, y'all gotta take note. I'm giving y'all all this stuff here for free because I'm like, I want us all to succeed at whatever that is we want to do. I'm passionate about learning. I'm passionate about sharing. I'm passionate about entrepreneurship. And I'm passionate about our stories as women, specifically as our stories as women. I'm passionate about it. So I'm like, if I got it and I can help you with it and I can share it with you and it can help you, I'm going to do it 100%.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Her name is Andale. We call her Aunt Dale out here in these
All
YouTube.
right, Andale.
I have come to the conclusion I have no idea what the algorithm likes. The videos I really like are low. The ones I think are silly go crazy. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. So we're training the algorithm on what it's going to serve up for our audience. And so you're right. And it's what's so crazy about it is that it's always changing. And that's why a lot of time people tell you have to stick to a format. So if you see videos that are performing well, then you know what? Then those are the videos, and everyone will tell you this, those are the videos that you have to create. You have to create videos like those to help your channel grow. Because once you get to a certain growth plateau, or once you get to a certain growth level, everything you do then will get great views. Everything you do will get great views. And so that's what you have to do. Look at what's doing well, repeat that. And then whatever else you do that's outside of that, it's still going to get good views because people are used to getting good content from you.
Okay. So
But it's a lot when it comes to posting and social media and building. It is a lot to do.
It is. It is.
It is. When you're on this entrepreneur journey, it is a lot to do. It is
That's
a
why
lot to build. It's a lot to figure out what it is that you want to do as an entrepreneur, right? What is that you're passionate about? What is the thing that I want to give to the world and share with the world and leave my legacy here? And then the steps to that. And so, and so I created what it's called the Ultimate Girl Boss Journal and Startup Journal. And this is it here. And so what this is that because when I started entrepreneurship, I felt like it's nothing out there. There's no journal. I love journals. There's nothing out there that kind of gives you the steps to building your business, right? And say step one, you need to visualize it. You know what I mean? Think about what it is that you want. And so what I decided to do is that I decided to create something that helps you with the steps. And not only does it help you with the steps, it tells you to dream like there's no tomorrow when you're trying to discover what you want to do. And then it tells you to find your superpower because that's that thing that's only you do well that you can give to the world. You know what I mean? And then they just have all these different inspirational quotes. It's very action oriented where every day you're doing something different. You're holding yourself accountable. It's giving you inspiring quotes along your journey. It's a manifestation journal. And also in the back of it, I give you tips on how to build your audience. I give you podcasts to listen to, YouTubers to follow. I give you all these different things to help you learn resources and tools that I use. I put all those in this journal too, because I feel like it'll help people focus on the things that truly matter when it comes to building your business, especially with social media, when it comes to building an audience, because you have to have an audience to sell to. You have to have an audience to sell to.
So I want to thank the almost 40 people in here. We do have questions in here, but
okay.
Where will we go to get the journal?
So the journal is available on my website. I'm actually going to put it up there today. It's available for pre-order as we begin to distribute these and get these shipped over. But it's going to be, I'll put it on the website today, actually. So it'll be on the website for pre-order.
Okay.
But it's a really good journal for anyone who wants to start a business and don't know where to start. That's what it really is. It's like, I want to start a business, but I don't know where to start. And I want to be able to hold myself accountable for the actions that I take. And that's what this journal does for you. It lets you hold yourself accountable. It tells you daily action things that you can do to achieve that step one. And then it makes you feel good when you begin to take those steps. And you're like, all right, I'm moving. This thing is moving.
Stay Hall said, don't be afraid to switch it up. But once you find what works, be sure to stick with it. You don't have to reinvent the wheel.
You don't. And that is key. I'm glad they said that, because that is so key. When you find something that works, and what people call that is a format. It's not a trend, it's a format. Once you figure out your format, you are going to soar, because you found out what works for your audience. Because everyone can, this is what I tell people about social media. Everyone can be on social media. Everyone can have an audience. What you have, somebody wants. What you're putting out there, somebody want to see. What you're talking about, somebody want to hear. That's why I'm seeing people show up for you, because you're talking about things that somebody want to hear. You have something that somebody wants. And that's why you can build an audience. You can build a community, because you have something they want. And everybody do. And once you find that tribe, once you find that community and you find the type of content to serve them, you're going to see everything soar. You're going to see it all soar. I've
Well,
seen so many entrepreneurs do it, build it, and I'm just like absolutely inspired by it. That's why I'm just so like fired up about it because everything is achievable. It's all achievable, all of it.
mhm. I want to thank you for that because, like, I've been hearing that a lot. Like, you got something going on over there, Miss T.
Yes, you do. This is good. This is a really good platform. You got a good amount of people watching. And the more you do, the more it grows. The more people you get on, the more it grows. That's what happens. That's what I mean. That's consistency because you have been consistent. And although you have a lot on your plate, you have been consistent. And that's how you grow with consistency.
Thank you. Welcome in, Sarah Grayson. Good to
Yeah.
see
Welcome. Welcome, everybody.
you. And Dale says she's excited to try these new apps.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Make sure you try them. I will give more. You know what I mean? I'm on all social, Girl Take No Pod. I'm always giving out resources and tools. I have a free resource on my I think it's on YouTube, but it's also on Instagram, that tools that I use that really help me too. So make sure you do.
Thank you, Blue Lotus and Aunt Dale. And then we got our favorite avatar right there.
Yeah.
I have people in the member section. They've been rocking with me forever. We got Aunt Dale over here.
Because you've been growing, and that's what it's about. It's about that growth. And that's why you got people who are committed to you because people love what you do.
And I appreciate it. And now I'm at the point where, like, time management, like, I want to work on, like, the members only, behind the scenes. People say I should blog, trying to get the content, you know, the guests and everything. I need an assistant.com. So I'm going
to a virtual assistant would help, but I'm telling you, if you can't do a virtual assistant right now, because I know a lot of people are like financially can't do it. If you can't do it, I'm gonna give you some more tools. I'm gonna hit you up through the email. I give you more tools that you can use just to help you get organized, to help you plan things automatically. So that way it can free up the time for you to shoot content. But I'm telling you, Ms. T, if you just do yourself a schedule and block out time and actually stick to your schedule like you would. That's what I tell people. You have when you're an entrepreneur, you have to stick to your schedule. When you go to somebody's job, you're there for 8 hours. You sticking to that schedule, right? You're gonna go on your lunch break, but you're gonna be at that desk. You're gonna be working, no interruptions. That's the same thing you have to do as an entrepreneur. You have to schedule it out, do that time blocking, and once you do that, you'll see how much you can get done without being distracted because you're like, I'm dedicated to these hours. This is the time I'm working. I'm not taking a break until it's lunchtime. I might take a 15-minute break here and there, but I'm not doing no big breaks until it's lunchtime. But it allows you to shoot content, plan content, do your interviews, do with your life, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I advise everyone to do that.
See, it kind of my struggle. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it 150.
Let's do that. Keep it 100 now.
So, you know, I have to go on social media to like find guests and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I tend to get on Instagram and then they shoot me a reel and, you know, I'm just lost in Instagram. I'm trying to look up. I'm like, oh, a whole hour.
Well, you know what? I'm going to give you an app that you can use. I'm going to give you 2 apps that you can use to put your podcast on, to put your show on, and you can turn it into a podcast to get that, to have guests reach out to you. Well, you don't have to go searching for guests all the time. Okay. Because I don't search for any guests. Everyone comes to me. The only time I search for guests is there's someone particular that I've seen that I want to be on the show, and then I'll go and try to get them to come on the show. But I don't search for any of my guests. Everyone who's been on my show has contacted me, has requested to be on the show, and I have to now funnel through to see if they're a good fit. And so 2 apps that I use, 2 sites that I use. One is called Podmatch. That's one. And that is one, that's a fee. I think I have a free one though, too, though. And then the other one's called Matchmaker FM, and Matchmaker FM is free. Because you can put your show on there, and you can also put yourself on there to be guests on other people's shows as well. So those are 2 apps that I use, and I'm so like I have to go on that daily because I get so inundated with so many requests to come on the show. But those are 2 apps you can use and 2 resources you can use to help you get guests where you don't have to search for guests, that it'll all be there. You can still search for guests because you might see some people that you connect with that you want on the show, but then you'll just have people gravitating towards you because they like what you have and they want to be a guest on your show.
awesome. You have like 101 different apps, and I'm loving it because it's giving us.
Listen, I mean, this is what this stuff is here for. AI is here to help us really do all the administrative work that we don't have to do anymore. All these resources and tools are here to help us. And it's like, we got to just use it. That's it.
Okay. And a lot of people aren't familiar with these.
I know. And that's why I'm like, I'm going to tell everybody about it because that's how I get it. That's how I get guests. I don't have to seek out nobody. That's how I get it. I don't have my doing any other things but dealing with the podcast.
Okay. Shout out to everybody over here throwing flames on Instagram.
Yeah.
What is that?
We serving the tea this morning.
Okay.
It's hot.
Okay, it's fire. This is fire information here.
Exactly.
Good morning, G Mama grows hard in the garden. I love saying her name.
Exactly.
Let me see. CC said, after you are an established content creator, you can post just about anything and your audience will watch. You know, I've done a lot in these YouTube shows.
Yeah.
And I can agree with that.
You can. And it's like, and then you have those people who are automatically, I forgot the young lady name, but she's huge on here on YouTube. And I've been trying to get her for my podcast because she can make anything go viral. And if you were, and I'm gonna find her name and I'm gonna give it to you guys and I'm gonna drop it down there because I want everyone to go and look at her account. And when you look at her account, you're gonna recognize that she has a format that she uses on all of her videos. She don't do anything different outside of that format. And everything she do goes viral to, like, I'm talking about millions of views. Oh, wow. Not just a few hundred, not just a few thousand, millions of views. And she can make anything go viral. Anything go viral. But she sticks to a format. And once you see what it is, it's not even like the most interesting format. It's not even the most like mind-blowing. You're going to look at a lot of her stuff and be like, this is really silly. But it works and people love it. And she has done well at it.
Okay, let me see. And then so I have reverb on Instagram. Oh, let me see. And she also, and Dale over here on YouTube said, I seriously need a mentor session with Miss Shaunie.
You know, so crazy. People have been telling me, like, you really need to start like a consulting business and consult with people to help people when it comes to social media and Instagram and just building, even with podcasts, because I have a lot of people who want to start a podcast and a lot of people come to me and I tell them what studios I use, what stuff I use for the studio. And because all this in here, what we're seeing right now is my in-home studio. And it's a 3-person in-home studio, all the equipment that I have, the actual studio that I record in, like people just want so much. And so I'm really thinking about doing it because it's so much information that people just don't know about.
Okay. Let's see. Living Out Loud, the podcast. Consistency is my challenge.
Yeah. And consistency is the only way to growth. And I mean, consistency doesn't mean you have to do it every day. Consistency can just be, I'm going to commit to 2 times a week, 3 times a week. You don't have to overwhelm yourself to say that, hey, I got to post content every day. You can do 3 times a week. And that's why I tell people, if you're going to do it, do what really fits your life. If you can only commit to 3 times a week, then do that. If you commit to 2 times a week, then do that. But you have to stay consistent because once you start doing that, people start growing on you, your page start growing, people start expecting something from you. And then when you stop, that's when you lose followers.
Okay. Downloading, yeah. I'm definitely going to take advantage of these apps and also with the time blocking. Like I have my planner, but like I have the part where it's just like the blocks and it's just like, okay, so I'm just going to get this done. I need to like go in there and manually like, okay, for this hour, I'm going to be doing this.
Yes. Yes, because it really does help you. I'm telling you, once you do that, you will see how much time you have. You know what I mean? And then when it comes to the things you have to do, don't overwhelm yourself thinking that everything has to be done today. Like with my podcast, there's a process with it where I know when it comes to new episodes, I have to release a new episode. I have to, the episode has to be edited. So I try to write down the entire process from start to release. So that's where that plan, create, and execute comes. So you have to have a process in it and be able to stick to your process. And it just helps you be a lot more organized when you don't feel like, oh my God, I got so much to do. I didn't get to nothing today. And then you beat yourself up about it. So that's what we don't want. We don't want to beat ourselves up about dropping the ball or anything like that. We want to be able to set time aside to redo things, especially when it comes to recording content. I have to set time aside to record. I have to do it. If not, I won't do it.
Man, I'm so far behind. I don't even want to talk about that. But it's my own fault too. I've been traveling a lot, so
yeah. But even with traveling, you could record content while you're traveling.
That's what somebody said. But they told me like I've already did like the packing part and everything. I've already done the first. In the future, I will do that. Yeah,
because you got to remember that as content creators like me and you, because we are content creators, right? Everything is content for us. Everything is. And we just have to make sure we have to have that camera on. And I think that's the part that's like, I'm still adjusting to. Also, it's like, okay, everything is still content. So you got to hit that camera. You can record this. You're doing this routine. You can actually record this routine and push it out there because somebody else might like this routine.
Oh, G Mama Grows Hard in the Garden said, I did see her. She made it look so easy to go viral.
Yes, she made it look very easy. And then once you go viral, audio videos go viral. So the whole thing is that, of course, she can go viral because she made one video go viral. And now everything she do goes viral. And that's just how it is. So it's always like, okay, but I want to see that person who's just starting out, who's building, and see their growth. But she doesn't really, but the reason why I say to look at her is because she stick to a format. She stick to a particular way that she do her videos, and she don't veer from that. And that's why her stuff continue to go viral each time. All her videos are the same, just different stuff she's talking about, but they're all the same. The way they shoot, where they edit it, all of it is still the same. It's just a different subject she might be talking about. And that's what I mean by success. That's what gives you success. That's what gives you opportunity to build community. That's what gives you an opportunity to create monetization strategies for your content, right? That's what it does. That's exactly what it does when you stick to a format.
So I want to welcome in Chocolate Drop because she's starting off her podcasting. I'll be on her channel tomorrow.
Yes, Chocolate Drop. Listen, I'm always down for the fellow podcasters, okay? I got a soft spot in my heart for my podcasters.
And she's doing quite well over there. I'm proud of her.
Good. I'm excited. I'm going to go check out your podcast for sure. It's called Chocolate Drop?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to go check it out. Because I'm here to support for sure.
Okay.
Reviews, downloads, whatever it is, I got you.
Oh, like seriously, you do need to start something like that. Oh, is that
yeah, I know.
I do. See, tomorrow we're gonna be talking about cameras since I guess I'm about to start vlogging. I mean, I do it on my phone, but like I want to use my phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
So
yeah, you gotta have a nice camera. So I have a camera here that I use for my for the podcast. And I have two phones. I have one phone that's for my phone. I have another phone that I just strictly shoot content. But I was just having this conversation yesterday that I need to get myself a vlogging camera, which is something lightweight because the cameras that I use for my podcast, they're heavy. So whatever you're going to do for vlogging, make sure you get something that's lightweight that it can easily fit on that little camera stand and that you can just take around with you everywhere you go.
Okay, yes. I agree with
you. Canon has some really good lightweight cameras.
Canon? Okay, that's cool. G Mama Grows Hard says time management is definitely a process.
It is. And that's why I like to give tips on time management, because that's where it comes. That right there can dictate your success or failure when it comes to time management. So it's like, that's why I say the time blocking rules, the 2-minute rule work when it comes to time management. It's like, if a task on your list that only takes you 2 minutes to do, then do that first. Knock off all those things that are easy to do first, and then get to the ones that are a little bit more heavy or detailed. So I'm big on time management, and that's why I use those different apps, processes, resources, and websites to help me manage my time better, so I don't feel so confined to just creating content.
Right, that's where I'm at. Yeah,
because it's a lot. It is a lot. Like I said, people don't see the behind the scenes. Like I said, with the podcast, with the research, the questions, the creatives that you got to do, right? All that stuff, the actual recording. And sometimes things go wrong in recording. You're like.
And Dale said, everything is content, but I have to clean the house, fix my hair, put makeup on, get all the stuff to do whatever I'm doing. Yeah. See,
you always have, listen, you know what? I've seen some content from people who are just like, online in their bonnets. So this is what I'm saying. Like, it all depends on your audience. Some people are come on online on their, with their bonnets on, no makeup, and just can really capture an audience. You know what I mean? Long as you look decent to yourself to come on camera, that's all that matters. You don't have to be so glammed up about it. As long as you look decent to yourself, that's all that matters. Make it easier for yourself. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to try to look so like perfect. You know what I mean? But just do what you can and just get the content created. And a lot of times it doesn't have to be you in it. It could be selfless. It could be faceless content.
Girl, see, I put on a little lip and some stuff on the eyes, and then you popped up behind the scenes. I said, "Oh, she's ready to go out somewhere. She is going out. She's going."
I threw this on like, listen, I got to shoot this content. Well, this is done. I got to do this right away. But before this, child, I had my little cap on, my sweatsuit. I'm like, listen.
I was like, oh, I'm underdressed. No, I'm just playing.
You are.
Karen said, what's the name of her channel? And then bam, Pashley and Treat Arts dropped your whole link tree, all her information.
Yes, I'll give you all my information. It's Girl Take Note Podcast. That's the name of my channel right here on YouTube. That's the name of my on all my socials as well. But everything will be down in the video description below. The website is called Girl Take Note. So I'll give everything to make sure you have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I live like I have my own reality show. If I'm doing something, I will pick up the camera. Okay.
That's what you got to do. You got to do that because a lot of times people think that they're not interesting. But when you look at TV, when you look at a lot of stuff on social media, a lot of people are not that interesting. They just make it seem like it. And what I realized is that I saw this video the other day, and this guy was talking about creating content. And he said the reason why people can create content is that people become delusional about their lives. And it's like you can make someone, you can create a life in terms of like, you can create content where it looks like you have a lot going on, where actually they don't, because they believe themselves that they do. And so that's why they record. They believe that what I have, somebody want to see. So let me record myself sitting here on my couch, just reading the book, right? And throw some inspirational music behind it or some inspirational text on it, where you don't even have to say nothing. Just sit there. You can be on the couch reading the book. You throw some inspirational music on it or some text. People are going to love it. People love to be inspired. Easy stuff. So you got to do content that's easy to create. Really easy.
I didn't even know Cece had a vlogging camera. She said, I love my GoPro.
Okay. I know that's right, GoPro. Okay. Yes.
And welcome in Emotion New Soul.
That GoPro, that works. So that's what I'm saying. Easy to be able to vlog stuff outside, stuff around the house. You want to make it as easy as possible on yourself.
Okay, I use my phone to record, and then another phone for the information. Oh wow, okay. 2 phones. Oh, okay. She says it's called the Drop Zone with chocolate. Oh,
The Drop Zone with chocolate. I'm coming over there. I got to see it.
Monday through Friday. 8
I'm definitely coming over. Like I said, I love to support my fellow podcasters. And if you need any help or anything, need any tools or whatever, I'm here to help and give you what I know.
Okay. The Drop Zone with chocolate. Okay.
Yeah. But you can easily turn what you're doing right now into a podcast. Easily. You have so much content already recorded. Mm-hmm. All you have to do, like I said, is take it, put it in Anchor, upload it, and it extracts audio for you, and it pushes out.
Well, thank you for that also.
Mm-hmm. Very easy. Easy to easily move this over to a podcast. And still do live, because you can do live podcast episodes. Mm-hmm. I do live podcast episodes on Facebook with content creators. It's called the Content Creators Corner over there. I'm
over here writing down. Let me see. She used the Canon SX740HS.
Canon's a good one. And like I said, something that's nice and lightweight, which is what I have to do too now, is get something really nice and lightweight because all my cameras are heavy.
What? Even Sammy Joe has a GoPro? I never used it. I don't know how.
You feel like you behind because you don't have a GoPro.
But Sammy Joe just recently started making content.
Okay.
Go girl.
Yeah. And so then she's very familiar when it comes to growth, like growing. That's a big piece of it.
Hey, Edna's World, how are you doing this morning?
Yeah. You can put your episodes on LinkedIn as well. You know, LinkedIn is still a really good tool to use. And what I learned also over the weekend is that if you're one of those content creators, which is I do this on LinkedIn. I put all my episodes on LinkedIn. I put video content on LinkedIn. So therefore I'm in the top 1% of content creators on LinkedIn because a lot of people don't use LinkedIn for those type of purposes because they don't see the value in it. People just think it's just for jobs. But it's really good for connections. It's good for connection in terms of getting people booked on your show as well, because you can connect with different people easily and have conversations with them easily too. So it's a really good platform to use. I do articles over there that I write all about entrepreneurship, taking a leap, time management, balance, all types of stuff.
Okay.
So it's a platform for people to still explore.
See, I guess I gotta play around more with LinkedIn because I just, just the basic. I just drop it.
Yeah, it's something you can explore, but if you're able to manage the platforms you have now, then just manage the platforms you have now before you decide to bring on a new one.
Passion said, please do not come on camera with a bonnet.
So many people come on camera with a bonnet. I've watched so many different TikTok videos where I've just been captivated just watching this person, and they just have on a bonnet. And it could be just story time. You know what I mean? They're just telling story time either in a bonnet while they're doing their makeup or whatever it may be.
Karen said, what's the name of that channel where the person went viral?
I can't remember her name, but when this is done, I'll send it to you, Miss T, and then you can put it in the comments. I can't remember her name. She's a young girl too, but I cannot remember her name. I think somebody on here saw her, so somebody on here might know who she is.
Yeah, I think they were confused on the name too. What's up, G Money over here on the gram?
Yeah, hey everybody.
Passionate Intrigue. Sorry, Pescatarian Gardner said, I always want to do content when I am traveling, but when I get back home and start editing, I always feel like it's not so relevant. Do you suggest I still post it? Normally, Normally I end up erasing it.
No, you should definitely post it. One, you don't want to post all the content while you're traveling because one, you don't want everybody to know that you're not home. That's number one, right? We want to protect ourselves online. So you want to post it when you get back because people still want to see that content, whether you're currently traveling or you home. I think you should still post it. Don't ever delete your content. It's all content. Put it out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have stuff like from Thanksgiving when I'm my first time going to Buc-ee's.
Yeah, like that's still content that's relevant that you can put on your page.
So it's still sitting there. It's gonna get posted. Welcome in pre-retirement.
And I get that the editing portion is like the most tedious part of content. And so that's one thing I tell people, if you can use a resource like Fiverr to hire someone to edit your videos for like, I don't know, $30, $20, however you can negotiate the rate with them. But Fiverr is a really good tool that I use to hire contractors for the low, right? For like very inexpensive rates to help me with creating certain things. But when it comes to editing, I don't do any of my editing when it comes to my podcast and my videos. I hire someone to do that because that's a part of tedious work that I just don't have the patience for.
Okay. I appreciate your honesty. So I want to ask everybody who does do their own editing, how much time do you put into like each video? I don't edit the live streams. I just let them go as is.
Yeah, which is good that's what's so good about lives.
Okay. But my videos, lately I just been like taking clips.
Yeah.
And because I'm the part of like getting full face and you gotta seem chipper and happy.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see somebody just like
But yeah, I don't do any of my editing with those videos. And you know what else I use to create my social media clips, like all those social clips for me? I use either Oculus clips. I use either Munch. Munch is another great one that'll create those clips for you. And now the studio that I use, which is Riverside Studio, I record all of my episodes in. They record all my social clips that I can use too. So I automate that process. I get my girl to edit my videos. Once she gives those to me, I'll drop them in an app. The app create all these social clips, add captions, do everything for me.
Okay. Enjoying while listening, says Grammy's Journal. Awesome. And then drop. She'll sit there and go live, and she's just doing her hair. She's crocheting and okay. And we
that's what I mean. People just want to see everyday things. That's why a lot of people that go live on Facebook, a lot of them are not so well put together and prepared. And half the time on Facebook, I don't have no makeup on either. I'm just on there because I'm on there showing more of a daily life. Like I have conversations on there around certain topics, but still it's just like my daily life kind of thing. And that type of live works really well on Facebook.
Okay, Stacey, she does come on with her bonnet. It's more real life. Depends
Hmm.
on what I'm doing and what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's more real life. So a lot of people come on with their bonnets, and people listen. We know what bonnets are. Everybody wear them now. You know what I mean? So we so used to seeing them. So it doesn't matter anymore.
Sarah said editing can be time consuming, and Blue Lotus said sometimes it takes a little longer than usual. I like to make it a movie or a trailer. When I first started doing YouTube, it took me forever because everything
Yeah,
had to be perfect. But now
yeah,
I'm kinda like, okay, this is good. This is decent, not good.
yes.
You know what it is. Like it's
Like it's good enough.
okay, it's not trash, but it's not, oh, because I don't want to take so much time.
Yeah, yeah. That's the main piece when it comes to video. It's the editing. The editing portion can be very time consuming. And that's why I said I have to outsource that because I can't put that much time into editing. I put a lot of time into interviewing and preparing for interviews and stuff like that, creatives and stuff like that, that I can't put that kind of time into editing because it is very time consuming.
Hmm. Okay. OCD, so I spend about an hour editing, a little bit longer if I need to do any voiceover work. My videos are probably about 5 to 10 minutes, so it takes me about 45 minutes. And because
Mhm.
he said the more you edit, the easier. Yeah, I just
Yeah,
go.
the more you edit, the easier it get. And CapCut is an easy tool to use for editing as well. Just uploading everything and putting it all together and then adding your certain clips. I use this other thing called Woodshare where I upload a lot of my clips to there and I edit them in there. Like a lot of time when I do certain videos on YouTube, I might edit those because like I said, they're only like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, so they're not long. But all my podcast episodes, because those are like an hour, I have my editor that does that
Okay.
and
Everybody.
do all the cool things, add everybody name in social media stuff, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Intros, outros, all that stuff. I can't do it.
Let's see. I'm slowly learning how to edit. It's a lot of people who don't have. I use what do I use? I don't use Canva. I use I use PixArt. That's what I use.
Pixar. Hmm.
I've just been so used to using it. I just recently downloaded CapCut because I see some
Uh-huh.
TikTok stuff like that. But
CapCut has a desktop version that edit your long form videos too.
mm,
Yeah. So everything I do now, I start doing in long form because we have so many apps out there now that cuts everything into shorts, cuts everything into reels and TikTok videos, cuts them in that format for those videos. And so I've been in the habit of now just creating long form content, even when I'm doing like daily vlogs. All of it's long form content that is just going to get cut down through an app that I use.
mm. Yeah, the only thing I just don't like you have to figure it out yourself. Like some people like myself get kind of frustrated, but you have to play around with it to figure out
Yeah.
what to do. And then Cece said, "What is it called? Woodshare?"
Yeah, Woodshare. Yeah, Woodshare. Yeah, I also sent it to you too. That's one that I use, but also CapCut is a free one that you can use now, but you could download it for your desktop. You don't have to just do it on the phone. It's desktop version also that now you can use to edit videos as well.
Cece said, I mean, Cece, I'm getting everybody's name. Blue Lola said, "You look cute too, Miss T." Oh,
That's
well,
right.
you seen her
What
over
we
here.
talking about? You cute too. We
You
both
see
cute on here.
the way I see the waves. So
Exactly.
we got 43 people in
All
the.
right. 43 people watching. Good. Hey, everybody. Listen, we want to all I know is that apps and recent tools are the key to success, are the key to time management success. It really is. But the whole editing process, that's a lot of tedious work.
Oh yeah.
Even when it comes to the audio portion of my podcast, I edit that because I think with my podcast, the reason I don't have to edit it down because a lot of people, I'm so used to doing interviews, I'm so used to talking to people that I don't use a lot of ums and pauses and stuff like that, that the conversation just kind of flows. And so really a lot of time when I'm doing my podcast edit, the audio version, I'm just adding my intro and outro to it and I'm done.
Man.
That's
My
really kind
first
of what it
video,
is.
when I was first going live, like everybody wants it to be so perfect. Like, I was saying so much.
Yeah.
My cousin called like, "Can you please let's try slow. I know you're like anxious and everything else. Just slow it down, reduce
Yeah.
the ums."
Yeah. And that's what it is. Once you slow it down, but the more you do it, the more comfortable you come with it and the easier it becomes.
Okay. I watch a lot of live streams, and like one of the things that like gets me like, okay, I'm not watching this. It's like silent lives.
Oh God, yeah. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
I watched this live stream with this guy on TikTok. He's huge too. I just found him not too long ago. And I watched him bag popcorn for 2 hours. He was doing it for Halloween. And he was just bagging, putting popcorn in little baggies. He wasn't talking. He might say, oh, yeah, I'm bagging the popcorn. We have this event to do. I'm bagging the popcorn. He bagged popcorn on TikTok for 2 hours. And I watched the entire thing. I don't even know how I got so captivated in somebody just bagging popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
But I did. So I'm like, it's so weird the things that will captivate us on live that we'll watch, even though he wasn't saying much either. I watch people do makeup all the time. Sometimes they don't talk. They're just doing makeup.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, I'm not the makeup girl. I can do a little something. I can put this together, but that's it. You know? But it's so amazing what we will watch people do. Which is why I'm telling everyone, it's like, listen, whatever you're doing, somebody want to watch it. Somebody want to see it. Somebody's going to like it, because I end up watching some of the craziest things that I never thought I would watch. But I do. You get captivated. I don't know why.
They want to know if you can spell that wood share.
Yeah, it's WOOD. I wish I had my computer. WOODSHARE. I think that's what it is. But let me look for it so I can make sure it is. I think it's with Flimora. Let me see. I think it's Flimora.
And welcome
to
Fruit Loops. I love his name too.
Huh?
DJ Fruit Loop, the real DJ Fruit Loops. Yeah.
Mora. Flimora. Yeah. So it's called Flimora. So it's FLIMORA. And that used to be Woodshare, but it's Flimora. Flimora. FILMORA.
Okay.
That's another app I use to edit.
Yeah, Chocolate Jar. Remember, I used to sing all the time. I bust out a McDonald's jingle in a heartbeat.
Okay. Listen, you know what's so crazy? I miss the days, and this is off topic. I miss the days where shows had theme songs.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we used to remember, we can easily, distinctly know what a show is based off its theme song.
Mm-hmm.
So I miss those days. So because when you talked about that McDonald's jingle, I'm like, I miss those days when we used to have jingles.
I just need to try to actually finish a thought. I get so distracted with the chat, I forget where I am. Okay. I've done that before too. Like, somebody will leave a message. I'm like, well, what are we referring to here? I'm totally lost. Hope everybody's having an amazing day. Thank you, Fruit Loops. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fruit Loops used. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all this nice, kind words. Everybody have.
Yes. Listen, I know how it is to try to, when I do live interviews, it's hard to interview and then read the chats too. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's not easy. That takes talent.
It does.
And so that's why a lot of times I bring someone else on with me. So I stick to the interview and I let them read the comments and then we'll go through that.
See, while you be talking, I'm like, okay, let me catch up.
Yes.
When I first started, had about 5 or 6, 8 people in the live. It's just like,
yeah,
okay, I can do this.
You can do it, but when you have so many more, it's like the comments be rolling so fast. And so to have somebody else that kind of monitor the comments and then tell you like, hey, this person said this, and then you're able to stick to the interview. That's how I had to do it. I had to bring somebody on because I'm like, I can't read the comments. One, I can't see that well without my glasses, right? So I'm like, I can't read the comments and do the interview too. So I have to get somebody else to do the comments or either set like a Q&A session afterwards to say, all right, y'all, now we got time for all the comments. We're going to take this time to read all comments, answer questions and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's why I'm so appreciative of my moderators as well. Passion.
Oh yeah,
Arts is like, she's on it. She's like, whatever you saying, she's dropping in there. So
oh yeah, that's right, and that's why it's good to have those moderators too.
Thank you,
because
Alvin.
YouTube is a really good platform to use. It really is. And I haven't even gotten into lives on YouTube, but I was like, oh, you know what? I got to start exploring more of that because a lot of my stuff is just really pre-recorded. But I do know lives work really well. But I also know lives take time. You know what I mean? It does take up some of your time. And so I would have to, look at me, schedule it. I'll have to put it on my schedule to
Okay.
do if I wanted to incorporate doing lives on YouTube.
Right, right. It does take time.
Yeah,
It's like an hour and a half for me just sitting here, and people be
I
like,
know it is.
go longer." I was like, "No, like."
No, I only do an hour on Facebook because I'm like, even that's a lot of time for me.
Okay,
I'm like, oh my God, doing an hour on Facebook can be a lot of time too when I feel like I have this day that I have to do all this work on.
right. There's some people that use that do like 6, 8 hours a lot. I ain't
I
do.
know. I've seen some people do long lives, and I'm like, I don't know how they do it. I'm like, when do you get anything done? I watched this one girl. Her name is Kiora. She's an online beauty store, and she's on live all day long, like all day. You'll see her packing orders. You'll see her running errands, and I just don't know how they do it. Like I'm like, I got to go do some other stuff. Like I got interviews to do, so I can't do it. Just like you, it's hard to do when you got interviews to do.
Right. G Mama said she used the Fillmore and the Kind Master. I heard of Kind Master. I've never used that one.
Kind Master. I haven't. I heard that one too. I'm not familiar with that one either.
CapCut is just like Filmora, just easier, a lot of cool options, and it's free. Yeah, we was talking about CapCut a little bit earlier.
Yeah, CapCut, because they have a desktop version. And because of that, because before they only had a mobile version, but now they have the desktop version. It's definitely a free tool to use to help edit. It really does well. I mean, some things that you'll want to use in CapCut, you'll have to pay for, you have to upgrade, but the free version works well too.
Hey, DJ Fruit Loop, you're in a very positive mindset today. Thank you so much. He's like, "Good morning. Hope your day is awesome."
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. We are up. I should have some coffee with me this morning.
Okay. That's what keeps you going.
It does. I'm like, I didn't even have no coffee. I just got a little water here, but I'm like, I needed a coffee this morning. But I'll get some coffee after we done.
So I want to take time to welcome in Lacey J. Also, she's a newer content creator. She's working on trying to get her first 100 set of friends.
Okay.
And yeah, she's not giving up. She's going hard in these.
What platforms are she working on? Is she working here, YouTube? And
I just know her off of YouTube. Lacey
okay.
J, do you have any other platforms that you have besides YouTube?
Yeah.
I believe
YouTube is definitely consistency. It's definitely consistency. You know what else is a good channel to watch when it comes to YouTube growth? I watch Think Media. They have a podcast. Think Media also does a lot of content on YouTube growth strategies and stuff like that that can really help you grow.
Welcome in, Sweet Thumb. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Yeah, welcome in everybody to the live.
Okay. Let me see.
We are here. We are here talking everything, resources and tools that can help us run our businesses and make life easier on us.
Let me see. We got Passionately dropping your YouTube channel. Thank you, Jake Jordan. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I love the lives because you get that live interaction. You get to actually interact with people real time. There's nothing like it. So I do love lives because of that.
Okay, so she is on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and a fake Twitter.
Okay. Okay, so you got all the good ones.
Let me see. So you guys, we still have 37 people in here. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask.
Yeah. You know, when you're first growing your channels, it's really good to do a lot of experimenting. You know, to experiment with different formats, different types of content, to see kind of what's going to work well on your platform. So now it's just that she's new to everything and she's really trying to get her first 100. It's like now is the time when you can play around with a lot of content to see what works. Because you can push it out there and make sure you do that SEO, do that search engine optimization when it comes to keywords and stuff like that you need to use in your bios to make sure you get found and discovered. So it's a lot that comes with building, but it's the pieces that you can do to help you get there.
Okay. So Bayou said, thanks, she uses the CapCut on her mobile device. Didn't know they had a desktop.
Yeah, they have a desktop version. I got it on my desktop. Use it too.
So when you go live in podcasts, what do you use?
So when I do my podcast, I use a studio called Riverside Studio. Yeah, I use Riverside Studio. It's a really good studio. It records it. It gives you transcriptions. It cuts your video into shorts and for reels and YouTube. It does everything. It is an absolutely one of my favorite tools to use when it comes to recording my podcast.
Because a lot of people here, they've been using, I never get this name right, Evumux.
Yeah, a lot of people use it, but I'm telling you, if you use Riverside, Riverside records well. One is not based off Wi-Fi. So if your Wi-Fi drops, it still records. It still records your episode. So a lot of people using Zoom or people use Restream and stuff like that to kind of record. But a lot of time it's based off Wi-Fi services and stuff like that, where Riverside gives you quality video, 4K video. It gives you quality sound. You can extract sound versus video, which is why I love it, because I can take the sound, put it in my platforms, take the video, upload it to YouTube. And it's just, and then it works really well when my guests are able to come into the studio. I can have an audience if I want to, have audience mode, have other people come in and watch. I can have call-ins to the show. So it works really well for me.
Okay. Never even heard of that one. I'm going to
check you can check it out. It's called Riverside Studio. They have a really good channel here on YouTube as well. And they give you all things podcasting, all things when it comes to equipment to use that works really well. So they have everything.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you. Girl. My little piece of paper is full of information.
That's what, you know what? Listen, that's what it's all about. It's about sharing information. And I think if more of us are able to do that, then we're all able to grow. We all can learn. We all can build. You know, if people are able to share information. And a lot of times, unfortunately, a lot of people don't like to share it. A lot of people keep it to themselves, you know, but I'm like, no, I'm sharing this information. I'm giving it out there because I feel like these are great things that I use, and I want other people to know and see if it's something that they want to use too.
Okay. G Mama said people using Zoom to record on YouTube. Didn't know that you could do that. I didn't know that.
People use Zoom. A lot of people use Zoom, but like I said, with Zoom, sometimes the Wi-Fi can be a little funny and can be a little sticky. But if you do Riverside, even if your Wi-Fi goes out, you still get a really good recording.
Okay.
There's really a lot of benefits to it.
Okay. Country Hustle. Hey, welcome in, DJ Ron, over there on Instagram. Country Hustle said he has less than 100 subscribers. Will music affect me being monetized in the future?
Is that on what, on here on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think it'll affect you being monetized in the future as long as you use the music that YouTube approves.
Right.
Because, you know, they have their own editing, they have their own music. And so you have to make sure that it coincides with their laws and their copyrights. But it shouldn't help you. It shouldn't stop you from getting monetized.
Right.
The monetization on these platforms are all about watch hours. So on YouTube here is all about watch hours. Facebook is about watch hours there too. So it's like all these platforms you can monetize on all of them. I think Instagram is probably the one you really don't monetize well off of. But Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, you can focus on those channels that you can really monetize off of. That not only where you can make money from digital products and other services, but you can make money from the platforms themselves. Facebook is a really good platform for monetization. You get to a certain point, a certain watch hours where you hit 60,000 hours. And when I first heard 60,000 hours, I thought it was so unattainable versus YouTube, when I think it's like, what, 4,000 watch hours you have to get?
Yeah.
And what I realized is that's why a lot of people go live on Facebook, because you can reach those hours very quickly. And when you do, you become eligible for performance bonuses. And those performance bonuses can go up to $30,000. And so there's a lot of benefits to being on these platforms that you can monetize off of.
Right. Country Hustle, if you are able to, can you please drop your link by putting MST so we can check your channel out, please?
Yeah, we can check our channel out and everybody can go over there and subscribe and help you grow your channel.
All right. Likes, get them up. Thank you, William. I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Stay House says, Epidemic Sound is what I use for my copyright-free music. If you get a copyright, if you get a copyright on one of your videos, it's only that video where you won't be able to
monetize. Yeah.
It'll just
That's true.
See, I use YouTube Studio. And like before I make it public, it'll let me know if it's okay to be posted.
Yep. That's exactly what it does.
Mm-hmm. Or be like, no, this music is not applicable.
Yeah.
Let me see. See
Yeah, if
y'all.
you use YouTube Studio, you're gonna always get the music. That's good with copyrights. But like you said, once you upload it and then go through the steps for monetization, it'll let you know if the music is not, if you can't use it or not.
Right. You're very welcome, sweet thumb. Hopefully everybody here who are content creators, we all have a YouTube Studio or TubeBuddy. I use TubeBuddy a lot when I was trying to get monetized.
Yeah, TubeBuddy really helps well when it comes to growth tips and help you when it comes to thumbnail. Because a lot of people tell you on YouTube is all about your thumbnails. It's all about your SEO. You have to think about title description, title description, tags, and also your video description. And you have to make sure that a lot of your keywords that are searchable are inside your description. And that's one of the things I think people have to understand too when it comes to YouTube is that you're going to want titles that people are actually searching for. So that's what I mean by keywords. You want to put the way you search on YouTube is exactly how everybody else search. So when you think about creating a YouTube title, you have to think about, if I was a person searching for this title, how would I do it? What would I say? And that's what helps you create YouTube titles and help you get discovered on YouTube, because it's all about search. YouTube is nothing but a search engine. It is a powerful search engine too.
Mhm. Let me see. I always upload to my second account twice to make sure. Okay, it passes YouTube copyrights.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but if it's something that they feel like is, they'll flag it and you can go in there and try to dispute it, or either you could take it down and re-upload it with different music, so there's always ways you can rectify it when you get those type of flags too.
Let me see. Get the TubeBuddy while under 1K. It'll remain free after the 1K. Yeah, I think after I got monetized, I just stopped because I had TubeBuddy and YouTube, and I was like, well, okay, well, I just more need YouTube.
Yeah, TubeBuddy is still good. VidIQ is a good one. VidIQ really does give you a lot of data when it comes to performance on your channel, when it comes to performance on your channel versus someone else in your genre, another content channel that's similar to yours. It gives you a lot of stats to help you with keywords like tags that you can use on your videos and help your video get more views.
Okay. Blue Lotus said also take a look at Tune Tank, another one for great music. When I find a song, said DJ Fruit Loops, I look in the description to see if it shows the song. If it don't show up description, usually it can pass copyright. Okay.
Yeah.
VidIQ.
That's that thing, the copyright. Like I feel like YouTube is a little bit more better when it comes to copyright. I think Facebook is the place that will just like flag you for all types of things when it comes to music. And it's so weird because sometimes it's music that they have on their channel that you can use in their studio to create reels, but then it's like they'll flag you because of it. But I think YouTube, you get a little bit more leeway with it.
Let me see. What was I about to say? Oh, okay. So we're almost done with the interview. Thank you again for coming on.
Yeah.
I have to ask you because, like, I know you also are into Christmas. How many Christmas trees do you have in your house?
Listen, I am a holiday person. I have 6 Christmas trees. I guess if you count this one in my studio, that'll be 7. So I got trees in every room here in my basement, 2 upstairs in the main level, and I got it upstairs in every room upstairs also. I love it. I love to come downstairs and look at it, sit in my family room, and I look at all my decor. I mean, my house, if you go on my Instagram, you'll see a lot of my stuff on Instagram when it comes to my house, when it comes to Christmas and stuff like that, because I'm so big on the holidays. I'm such a holiday girl. I get that from my mom, and I love it. I love the Christmas trees.
Because I'm watching you on Facebook, and I was like, okay, there's a Christmas tree. She just did it short, and there's another tree.
Yeah, I did a live where I took, because everybody was ready to see it, where I took everybody on the tour throughout the house for all the Christmas decorations and all the trees. You got to go back and watch it. You'll see all of them.
Welcome in, Sandra, living a full life.
Yes. Christmas is my favorite time of the year. It's about to be a new year. And that's what I mean. Like, there's so many of us that want to do so many things and feel like we got to wait till the new year. I tell people all the time, listen, you don't have to wait till the new year to start nothing new. Whatever you want to start new, you can start it right now. You can start today. You can start right now today, whatever it is that you want to start today. There's nothing like today. You don't need to wait till New Year's Eve or New Year's Day to say, all right, now I'm about to get on track. You can start getting on track right now.
Okay.
Right now.
I am amazed that Chocolate Drop has been in these YouTube streets forever and not familiar with TubeBuddy. It's been a while since I used TubeBuddy. Would you care to like explain more about TubeBuddy? Or
Yeah, TubeBuddy is a really good tool to help you grow your YouTube channel. It can help you generate thumbnails. It can give you title descriptions. It can give you video description, give you titles, suggest titles to you, also help you with keywords. It'll tell you once you put a video in there that you want to produce, want to put out, it'll show you how that video can rank with other videos, like when it comes to certain keywords to use. It's so many. It do A/B testing where you can test a video with two different thumbnails, one video with two different thumbnails to see how they perform. TubeBuddy is really a great tool to have connected to your YouTube channel because it really does help you grow. It helps you with SEO and it really does help you with performance. So it's definitely a tool I think you should use.
okay, sounds like Miss Money Lady Lisa. Don't wait, do it today.
Do
Today.
it today. Do it today, y'all. Do it today. Be courageous. Be brave. That's what it takes. I think as for us, and my brothers is what they call the mindset minister. And I've been getting a lot into my mindset because our mind is so powerful and it will stop us from doing the thing that we truly want to do because the first thing we think about are the negative. We think about, well, I can't do it because what if this happened? What if that happened? And I just want to encourage everybody to say to themselves, well, what if it goes right? What if it does work out for you?
Right.
What if it really takes you to that life you always see yourself having? What if it takes you to that life that you saw you having for your family, taking you to financial freedom? That's why I tell people, be courageous, be brave, take that first step. It doesn't matter if you're scared, take it anyway, because that step is going to help you get to the next one and the next one. And that's going to lead you to the life and everything you ever wanted. That's the only way you're going to get there. You're not going to get there holding yourself back. You have to be brave and push through and do it today. Today, y'all.
Wellness is in agreement with you. And Chocolate Drop wants to know more about SEOs because I get a lot of those emails as well. And I'm just like, what?
Yeah. So SEO is search engine optimization. And it's all about exactly what it is. It's all about searching. It's just like when you go on Google and you type in Google eyelashes for women. You know what I mean? So whenever you search, however you talk, it's all about natural language when it comes to SEO. And every app has it. YouTube has, because YouTube is a search engine. YouTube and Google are the same, basically, owned by the same company. And it's a search engine. And so because of that, however you naturally talk to YouTube, however you search for videos, when you say, I want to find videos on entrepreneurship, or you might say entrepreneurship videos, you might say, Christmas videos, however you search, you take those keywords. When it says Christmas, you'll put that in your title, because whoever searched Christmas videos or Christmas stockings, Christmas whatever, that your video will serve up as well, simply because it has those keywords in it. And that's what search engine optimization is. It's about taking keywords from natural language, the way we search for something, adding those to our titles, adding those to our descriptions, where you'll say, in this video, you're going to learn how Christmas is my favorite holiday and how I have 6 different Christmas trees. So you want to repeat it because every keyword is searchable in that search box for YouTube. Every word you put in your text, in your title, in your description is searchable. That's why you have those tags. So even when you do your tags on YouTube, you want to do your tags based off how you talk. Like you could do entrepreneurship, but some people might do entrepreneurship for dummies, entrepreneurship for women. You know what I mean? Women entrepreneurs. You want to do it the same way you would talk. So that's what search engine optimization is. It's all about the keywords we use and our natural language of how we search for something.
Okay. Well, living life as LaChae says she's late, but good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. And so once you learn more about SEO, it really does help you grow on any channel, because every channel is about searching. Everything we do is about searching. You go on YouTube, you're searching. You go on TikTok, you're searching. You go everywhere you go, you're searching. And so either people find you through hashtags, or people find you through certain keywords that you use in your captions, in your video description, in your titles. That's how people find you. And a lot of times we're competing for those most commonly used keywords. Like entrepreneurship is a very common word, right? But when you go to entrepreneurship for women, entrepreneurship for Black women, entrepreneurship for Black men, when you begin to get a little more descriptive, that's when the algorithm says, oh, people are looking for this specific video. I'm going to serve these videos up because you have that kind of keywords in your description, in your title.
Okay. So I want to welcome in Drill, Healing Gardening Journey. And then
Welcome.
Chocolate Drop, she does a lot of couponing and CVS and did a haul video.
Oh, I like couponing.
She wants to know like an example of a good title for her videos.
When it comes to couponing?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? This is what I will tell you to do, because I can't think of one top off my head, but I would tell you to how you search for coupons in YouTube, right? The way you search for videos for coupons in YouTube, you want to use that same text. So if you do, if you're typing in CVS coupons or coupons for moms, coupons for large families, right? So you want to be able to search that, because those are the kind of videos you want to surface up. So if you did a coupon for CVS, you have to type in, I would type in, because this is what they tell you to do your research before you name your videos. You'll use YouTube and type in CVS coupons, see what kind of videos come up, see what those titles look like. Take about 10 of those titles, add them to the side, add them in a Google Doc sheet or a Word document, add those to the side, because you want to see what words they're using in their titles. And then that's how you begin to formulate your title, by looking at what they're using. So you'll search CVS coupons or coupons for pharmacies. However people search it, that's how you want to be able to name your titles. But take those videos that come up, I would say the first 10 videos that pop up, because they're the ones that are performing well with those keywords. So take those first 10, take those titles, put them over in a Word doc, and then begin to formulate your own title from that.
Okay. Everyday Life for OCD said, has anybody ever used those services from those emails from the people just randomly? I can help you with your SEOs. I've never used them. I don't trust them.
Yeah, because you know what? A lot of people, a lot of those services are out that they can help with SEO and they can help you with search engine. But like I said, it's such an easy thing to comprehend. I think when people hear SEO, they think it's something complicated. It really isn't. It's really about how you naturally, I keep saying it's about how you naturally search for something. And I think once everybody's able to grasp that concept, that it's about how you search for something. Everything is about natural language. We're getting to a place where AI wants natural language. Everything is about natural language. And how you search is exactly how everybody else search. So that's what I mean by you want to do the research where you take those titles, put it aside, and formulate your own titles.
Okay.
But I do have someone who's really good at SEO. Her name is Lauren Gaglioli. She's someone that I interview on my podcast, and she's really good when it comes to SEO. Really good when it comes to not just like these platforms, but Google itself, and how Google becomes the ultimate matchmaker, which are your platforms that you use. And that episode is actually out on the YouTube channel. You can go and look at it, and you can take some of the tips from her.
Okay, well, thank you.
And you ain't even got to pay for that. That's free. See?
Chase said, I've heard whatever's in your title on your description, you have to say those same words in your YouTube video. Is that true?
Yeah, whatever's your title, description, yes, you do. Well, in the video itself, because I wouldn't say the actual video, because the search engine doesn't take language from the video. The search engine only take language from the title and description. That's where that comes from. So it's not taking language from your actual video. I think maybe we'll get there one day, but it's only taking language from your title and your descriptions. That's where SEO is heavy. So you think about your title and you think about your description. Because if you think about, a lot of people on YouTube search how to, right? A lot of people search how to first. So you'll want to say, okay, do I begin my videos with how to? Because a lot of people, that's the first thing people do. How to change a light bulb in my house. I just did how to get my outside lights to turn back on. I just did it. So it's a lot of how to. So you want to think about the how to's also beginning videos with that, because then that becomes learning. People want to learn something.
Okay. That's what State Hall just said. Using that how-to part definitely helps out a lot.
Yeah.
Chocolate Drop says she's going to take this advice and use it.
Yeah. If you do that when it comes to hauls, because hauls are really big on YouTube. People love to watch a haul. You know what I mean? So if you put haul in the in your language, in your text, in your title, and your description, it's going to get a good amount of searches because people search clothing hauls, kids haul, Fashion Nova hauls. People love those type of things. But you
Mm-hmm.
want to see how they specifically talk about when it comes to CVS, couponing, pharmacy. You want to really think how they talk about that because you want to make sure that video gets to those people who really are looking for that particular information.
Well, hello, welcome there, growing what I eat. The man that works
Yes.
4 hours a day. Good to see you. You
And
always.
I advise everyone to listen to the podcast. There's so many different people I talk to. I talked to a woman who's an expert when it comes to Shopify. She gave really great tips on how to build a Shopify store and become successful in e-commerce. I talk to people that are so good in so many different things. I had a one on my show who is so good at time management that she gave so many different tips on time management. Her name is Leah Rimalay. And so it's like I have so many different people because their information that they're giving is what I want to know that I know is going to help a lot of other people. So if you search through YouTube and look at some of the episodes, you'll get a lot of good information on there that can help you with a lot of stuff.
Well, thank you. Chocolate Drop said you are definitely dropping them gems and she is picking them up. So is there anything else that you want to share with the audience? I know I have all your information down below, and Passionately Intrigued was over there dropping all your link tree information.
I know. So that's what it is, just do the link tree. And like I said, I just want to make sure we all be courageous going into this new year and just knowing that it's never the right time. You're never going to be in the right circumstance. All right. You're never going to be as young as you are now. Right. It's never going to be perfect. But if you do it, you will build your way to that confidence and you will get to the other side of the success you want. We all have this life that we want of our own in our mind. And if you push yourself through it, you can get to it. And that's what I love about the podcast. There's so many different stories of people that overcame so many different things when it comes to taking a leap to entrepreneurship. Some people leaps are intentional. Some people leaps are unintentional, meaning like they got laid off, they got divorced and husband left them with nothing. They had to pivot and they had to really create something.
Mm-hmm.
So all I'm telling you is that whatever it is you may be facing, whatever it is that you think is so big, whatever that giant is in your life that you think is so big that you can't get past, because you can't get past that to get to what you really want. I'm telling you, you can't. You faced bigger things before. You got past that. You can get past this. Be courageous. Take the step. Do it right now. That's all I have to say.
Oh yeah, definitely take the step in 2024. Like
Take it.
Yeah.
Take it. It's yours. Own it. Take it. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Just take it.
Oh, Miss Shirley, the eye doctor, the OG, but she is over here listening and taking in all this information.
Oh, great. I'm glad.
So yeah, thank you again for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. This has been fun. I am honored to be on. I appreciate you for having me on here.
No problem. We're definitely gonna do this again sometime. Maybe.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll be back with some more tools and resources and some more stuff y'all can use.
Well, thank you very much. I know you said you got some videos to do, around
Yeah, I do. I got some videos I got to start recording right now.
They be making fun of me because I be ready to eat.
I know. I am going to get some coffee and then I'm going to record.
Well, thank you again. You have an awesome day.
You do too. Thank you everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. You have a great day.
Thank you. You too. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So yeah, hopefully you guys obtained a lot of information. Hopefully this stuff works out for you guys. Let me see. I'm going to dedicate some time to editing some videos and thumbnails. Thanks, Miss T and Guest says Living Out Loud, the podcast. Awesome. Thank you for your wealth. Oh, thank you, Miss Shaunie. Oh, thank you, Growing What I Eat. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. So tomorrow, guys. By the way, I was trying to get like a little dancing. I have a little thumbnail thing to do when people drop super chats, but it's too big. So I'm trying to figure out how to shrink it so it can fit on here. So when somebody drops a super chat, they can be like a little dancing figure on here or something. But thank you very much. I'm just listening currently in college, waiting to get home. Oh, I'm glad everybody was able to obtain some type of information and something that can help you guys out. It was definitely fire. She came with that knowledge. She did come with that knowledge. Okay. So Stay Hall was here Friday, and she won the book. So if you are still here, I don't know if she's still here. I don't know how to get a hold of her. Can you drop a message and let us know if you are still here, Miss Karen Sawyer? I will be watching the replay later. That's for sure. I missed some valuable. Oh yes, thank you so much, Drill. She did drop some valuable information on how to grow your channel. A lot of tools and apps and things to use. There we go. So she's still here. So yeah. So Stay Hall, she was here Friday and she was doing a giveaway on the book, and she said that you were the winner of the book. So I'm not sure, Stay, do you want her to send me her information? If you're interested in the book, send me your information and we will get that book mailed off to you. Give me a place to where I can have Miss Stay Hall send you the book. Let me see my email. There we go. I just dropped my email right there. Yay. Okay, surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Oh, I love you too. Thank you so much. Girl, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. See, I didn't create it I did create it in the app. No, I didn't. I did it on iMovie. And then like from iMovie, I've tried to bring it over here, but it said it's too big. So I don't know. I don't know what I did wrong. Big Nap Show, what's up or what it do? What it do? Thank you for coming in. Yeah, I think Jay Jordan sent me something to an app to like shrink the size of it so it can fit in here. So I'm gonna have to try that out. You're very welcome. Just be sure to send me, create it in Canva. See, I don't have Canva. I have Pixar. So now I got to go to Canva. Okay. If that's what I got to do, that's what I got to do. Got to see it through, my boy. Got to see it. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about reasonable, affordable cameras. Like I'm on the verge of trying to find a camera so I can do some vlogging. And I'm not trying to spend $400-$500. So that's tomorrow. And then Wednesday, we're going to be talking to Chef Brandon from Louisiana. He got some seasoning, some herbs. He said he's going to mail me out some, but I don't think it's going to get here in time for us to do the interview. And the name of his seasoning is called Achoo. Like when you sneeze, Achoo. And I thought that was so cool. So he's going to be here Wednesday morning. Awesome. Let me see. It just takes a little figuring out. Okay. I'm just going to have to sit there and, be patient because, I hate technology, but I got to get it done. Power director. Big Nap is saying hi to everybody. I need a camera too. Yes, CC Texas Garden, she dropped hers. So I'm going to do some research on that one. The Canon SK740HS. I said, I'm not trying to spend $400 or $500. I have a camera, but it's like so old. I had that camera since 2010. I want to say to 10, 12. So it's like, oh. They say if you ain't sneezing. Oh, yeah. That's his logo over there. Yeah, definitely. So y'all know I'm hungry. Peace and love to everybody. So tomorrow we'll be talking about cameras. Then we'll pass the mic to Andale. And yes, I will see you guys on Instagram later. And I will see you guys tomorrow on these YouTube streets. Peace and love. Talk to y'all later.